Just gonna give you guys a few more of our logging tools. This is what we call a rigging chain. You take it, you wrap this around the line you want to pull on a couple of times. Then you slip the small one through the large side. It pulls up tight. You hook your line in there, whether it be haywire, haulback, whatever, and start pulling it back. And the reason we use a double ring, so if something gets slack out there, or you have to stop it and slack it off or whatever, you don't have to worry about a hook would come undone and then you'd lose everything. So that's why we use a double ring. It's called a rigging chain, about 5 feet long, perfect. We do have a rigging chain with a hook in it too for doing stuff around the landing here. The reason you would want, instead of just putting it in the eye like that road change I showed you, the flop over there, like if you're pulling out a guy line, they don't have eyes in them, they have nubs. Or if you can't quite get your corner block where your tail holt is, for some reason you got to get tail on it. So, you know, in that situation, the hook tender would just say, hey, you know, when it comes out, I want 15 feet of tail. So you run up, you give them 15 feet of tail. You always want to make sure you give them, if you're not taping it out, you'd want to make sure you gave them 20 and not 12, because sometimes they have to have that extra couple of feet. So that's why we would send it out that way. Most of the time, if you can just hook it in the eye of the skyline, that's the best way. And then you just close your haywire eye, wrap it, hook it up, and you don't have to worry about it coming unhooked. So as we go along here, I'm going to start picking out some other things, screwy bells, couplers, block straps, and all that, and kind of get it all pieced together, give you guys a little better idea what we got going on here. So I hope that helps. Okay, so I keep talking about a block and strap for when you're making a road change. So this right here is a block, and this right here is your strap. Your strap goes around your tree or your stump or whatever. Take the pin out, and then you put the eyes of the strap on the hook, and then your haywire goes through here and out into your other block and strap. And then so that's how it goes freely in and out of the brush. You couldn't just, I've seen people try to just put it around a tree or whatever and burn. It doesn't work out very well. So I doubt that, being a yarder engineer, I'm probably ever going to get to the back end to film an actual road change. So I kind of hope this helps. You know, you can envision that being around a stump, and the haywire, you can see how that turns in there, so you're not burning your line and stuff. I was just trying to get some more bits and pieces of logging apparatuses so you'd understand it. So here's another one here. So it would look something like that. You know, the wire would come through, and then obviously this block would be at the next tail holt or the last, depending on how you look at it. And they'd both just, so it runs around pretty freely like that, so that you can change roads. And obviously, as you can tell, I'm out here at the shop, so I'm going to look around and see if I can't find some more little bits and pieces for you to see. Oh, right there's something you can see. This is what you call a Tbar. That goes on the end of the drop line, and then you slide your choker rings over that, and it sets on it. So when you're presetting, it comes back, you grab a hold of it, you kind of slide your chokers up, flip that, rings fall off, you drop it, choker setter takes off with his chokers, and you take off with the hook. and this here's a quick nub. So you put the line in the end of the T-bar, goes down. Then you take the quick nub, slide this over the line, open it up, put the wedges in the line, and then suck it back into the nub so that it would come up tight. And then that would set like this inside the T-bar, and that way the line, you know, obviously it can't fall out or nothing. Because I bet that's probably going to be the next question, is how do you keep the line in there? So hopefully that describes it. See what else we got here. That's just a little tiny butt hook swivel. And that stuff right there, that's nasty, nasty, nasty. You don't want to know anything about that. Don't want to know anything about that. We don't like butt rigging. So, all right, I'm going to look around and see if I can't find some more stuff to show you guys. I'll be back with you in a bit. That's the ring on the choker there. I just showed you the T-bar. The T-bar goes right through the ring on that, and that's what keeps it on the when you're pulling the rigging in and out. Show you guys this is the controls to work my guy lines. You got to flip each one, like this is front, so you got to flip that in and pull the lever to make it turn on or off. And these two here are my jacks to pick it up and down. The red one is for that 7th guy line we put on. This is actually a throttle, and then this here works the haywire drum so that you can stand down here and use the haywire to pull guy lines out, or the chaser can pull guy line or haywire off to make coils or whatnot. But there's that whistle sheet I said I was going to get a shot at. Hopefully you can see that.